way over to Nate's house. Nate's been trying to get everything together for his motor build, and today's the day. We're finally gonna swap out the old engine, the old STI engine, with the new closed deck block from IEG. It's currently 7 in the morning. We're gonna go meet them and start this build. Hopefully we can get it done in like 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours. Let's get into it. Gotta leave my car in the garage at Nate's. I'm gonna have to drive his STI, and he's gonna be driving the Explorer with the engine in it. We're in the 2018, I think, STI. This is Nate's car. He's got a bunch of parts in here. We're on our way to do the swap at Gio's house. This STI is currently running a downpipe and an ETS catback with stock headers, and it's about as loud as my car. Yeah, it's pretty loud. Sounds good. It doesn't have equal length headers on it. They're just the stock Subi Rumble headers, so the unequal length. But I think he's going equal length when we do this build, so we'll see how it sounds after that. What's up? You ready for a Subi build?
Yeah. Put part last week just to put it back together again.
Did you really?
Yeah, to get it inspected.
Oh snap! Well, you could have just waited.
Well, no, I had to retap the galley plug and make sure.
Smell oil?
That thing's loud, man.
I smell oil.
Who knows? There's a Subaru here, there's an Evo here. I don't know. Before we get started, we gotta swap the STI. We gotta spin it around. It's on rollers. It doesn't run, so I'm just gonna back it over here, flip it, and put it back. This motor here is coming out, and then wherever the new one is going to be going in, keeping all the basic, front mount and everything. Shouldn't be too bad. We're going to get it jacked up now. The disassembly starts. Battery disconnected. Now we gotta do the hoses. We gotta take the intercooler piping off so we can get to the downpipe, undo that. They're down there taking the under tray off now. And then we gotta drain it, get all the coolant, all the oil, everything out, and then lift the engine out. Progress we made. We got the downpipe out, intercooler piping off. We're working on the AC compressor now. But basically, like, just some wiring stuff, and then manifold, and then start disconnecting the block. Just stopped at AutoZone to buy some break-in oil and coolant. Also, we had to get a swivel. I was having trouble getting 2 of the transmission bolts out because, well, nuts, because they're right behind the axle, and we needed a swivel. We didn't have one, so Gio ran in and got the swivel as well. But we're gonna go grab some breakfast, and then we're gonna probably hop back into the swap, and hopefully we can get it done today. But maybe finish it tomorrow, I don't know yet. With like Porsches, flying by Miatas, and it was crazy, it was fun. $400, but you got 2 hours of seat time. I was working on the transmission There's a bolt, well there's a nut behind the one axle in the transmission that we can't get to, so we have to go get a special wrench. And I get to take the Supra, thanks to Tommy. So the first time driving a new Supra Mark V, thanks to Tommy. This thing's sweet. I wasn't a huge fan of the Supra at first, but after putting the Tomei exhaust on it and actually driving it and playing with the paddle shifters a little bit, I don't mind it, it's nice. Back at Gio's, we just got the motor out, the new motor out of the Explorer. Not that motor out yet, but here's the new one. Built IAG, 900, rated for 900, stage 4 heads, TGV deletes. Getting ready to go in the car once this is wrapped up. We're almost there. I had to run out and Tommy let me take the Supra out a couple times. We went to Subaru, and then we went to Harbor Freight to get a couple tools. That thing's fun, definitely enjoyed it. Here's a little update. We're just trying to get the manifold off. Then we gotta get the 2 transmission bolts that I was struggling with, but it should be easier once the turbo's out.
Still can't.
Whoever put this on, they snaked all the fuel wires underneath the harness and it's just a mess. I'm pretty close to getting this thing down to the bare block. We got most of the transmission bolts out here. We got one down in the bottom that we still are fighting with. But once this here is gone, that's what's holding us up from breaking it right here. But once that's gone, we'll be able to break that loose, get that out. Gio's right now removing the AC pump, alternator, all that stuff, belts. That was fun to get out. We are just about to get this block out. We're gonna drain the oil now. The oil drain plug actually is pretty cool. First time seeing one of these, but it's just a little switch. You take this plastic piece off and then you just push this in and flip it like that. And look, nice stream. No splash. Wow, that is actually really nice. When I swap this out, when I take mine off of my STI, it shoots out and I get all freaking oily. That was actually really nice. So all we have to do here is separate the tranny from the engine block to pull the motor out. And down in here, it's kind of hard to see, there's a little, it's like right in here, there's a 14 hex head. And you pull the slide bolt in here that comes out, separates.
It's just a cylinder.
Yeah, it just separates the throttle bearing and releases it, so that way we can pull the clutch fork up, loosen it, and then out. Here's your trans slide bolt. This came out. This was in the trans like this, and I slid it out this way using a bolt from the intake side that goes into the TGVs. You just gotta wiggle this, make sure the spring is off, wiggle this, and pull it out. So we finally hit nighttime. Stinky showed up, and we are pulling this bad boy out. It's loose, so we just gotta jack it up. And this bad boy going in. Probably do that maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's not gonna take too long to drop it in, but tomorrow's another day. So first day on your new feet. Yep. It is, guys. We've all been waiting for 12 hours. We're gonna go pick up the 4Runner here because I just bought this block from Nate. It's got 24K. The new day, sun's shining bright. It's like 12, getting a little bit of a late start. We had to take the old block to my place and drop it off since I picked that up from Nate. But we're gonna grab some lunch here, and then we're gonna head over, throw his engine in, and then go from there. We just finished up lunch. It's great to be back. We're minutes away from putting this thing in.
Grease.
Just greasing everything up, throwout bearing. We got the angle of this the same as the trans. So yeah, it's a pretty big moment, but trying to get this thing done. All right, so we just spent the last 5 hours trying to get that in, and the whole time it wasn't aligned properly. So that was pretty much a waste of life, but we took it out, redid it, and now we're gonna try and get it back in. We are pretty deep in today. It's already dark out, and with losing 5 hours due to the incorrect clutch placement, that really sucked. But we're finally getting everything tightened up, and then we'll be able to put everything together on top, give this bad boy a start. Girlfriend coming in clutch with some McDonald's. All right guys, we're back. Day 3. Should have been done last night, but we spent all that time with the clutch issue. But got most of it together. We're working on bleeding the clutch next, fueling, then we just gotta put the intake on, injectors in, hook all the plugs up, and that's it. So today's the day. Hopefully it starts up, and let's get into it. We were supposed to do the clutch today and get the clutch pedal fixed. The clutch fork did not snap into position like it should have, so we were bleeding the system for like a little over an hour, and there's still not that much pressure in the pedal, so we're thinking it didn't seat right in the fork. So we're gonna have to pick this up in a few days or weeks from now